Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all my students. I welcome you again in my class. I hope all of you are doing good and well at your home. I think you are all good at your home and doing well. Students, your participations in the online classes is highly appreciated. It makes me feel so good. Your participation is highly appreciated. And thank you for being with me always. Thank you so much, students. So today what we are going to start, today we will start from the next branch of science, that is physics. Okay. As you know, we have learned so far biology and chemistry. Biology and chemistry both are the branches of science, as well as physics is another and very important branch of science. If you remember, we studied about living things, only living things in biology. Then we studied about properties, structure, and reactions of matter in chemistry. Now, today we will start from physics, and where we will see what we learn in physics and why physics is so important. So basically, this is your lecture number 5, okay? And I am your 8th grade science teacher, Miss Falak Naz. So from where we will start. So here is the picture of your physics book, and you know you have a separate book for physics, chemistry, and biology, as well as you have separate copies for physics, biology, and chemistry. Again, for physics, you will use single line 160 pages copy. Okay. For physics and chemistry, single line copy will be used, and for biology, for biology you will use interleaf copy. Okay. So from where we will start from chapter number 1, introduction. When you will open this book, so on page number 1 you will see the title of chapter number 1, that is introduction. This is the chapter from which we are going to start our lecture today. Okay. So first of all, it is very important to know what does the word physics mean. So what does physics means? Physics mean the word physics derived from a Greek word, just like other words. It is also derived from a Greek word that means physikos. Okay, physikos is derived from a Greek word physikos, and that means natural. Okay, that means natural. So things that occurred naturally in our universe. Okay, physics deals with the things that are occurred naturally in our universe. Now, what are the things that occur naturally? For example, you have, for example, you have fire, right? You have moon, star, Iman, Asif. Students, can you tell me? Can you hear me? Please write it down in the chat box. Can you hear me? Okay. Is there any problem with my voice? Okay. 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 Thank you so much. So, Iman, if you okay, Zahib. So, okay, stop. Iman, please check your internet connection because no problem from my side. Okay, so check your internet connection. Now, look at here. The word physics derived from a Greek word physicos, meaning natural. So the things that occur naturally in our universe. What are the things? Just like stars, moon, sun, everything that occur naturally in our universe, you will study all these things in the chapter in the subject physics. Okay. But the question arises here, why we study physics. First question that always arises in our mind, that why we study physics and why physics are so much important. So if you look, my dear students, if you listen, Allah Almighty created this universe billion of years ago. If you know, this universe has been created by Allah billion of years ago with a single word that means be. With a single word be. Be means just like I'm going to write it here. Be. बी मीन्स यू कैन से हो जा, मतलब कोई भी चीज बन जाना. तो जस्ट Allah single word be, and all the universe came into being. Okay, this universe by created by our Allah. Similarly, the human beings, okay, human beings means us. Human beings is the best creature of Allah in this world, and human beings has been endowed with so many qualities. Okay, he created human being as well, and human beings with so many qualities. They have so many qualities. One of the most important quality that human beings have, it is the power of thinking. Power of thinking. We think about everything that we observe, how it happens, why, when, where. These are the questions that always arises in our mind. Okay, so it is his nature, it is human's nature to look into the universe. It is our nature to look into the universe and unfold the laws and principles on which the universe based on, the universe on which we are living on, and that universe was created by Allah. So what are the laws and principles on which this universe based on? So it's human nature to look into the, to look into these things. Okay, when he looks around, if he looks around, when he looks around, he observes so many things, he observes so many things, he observes so many events are taking place. So first of all, what he sees that clouds, okay, he sees that clouds are floating in the sky. Clouds are floating in the sky, causes rainfall from them. Okay, he observed this phenomena. Also he observes that lightning, here you have thunder occurs and lightning flashes into the cloud. Okay, what he observes, he observes the floating clouds causes rainfall, he observes the thunder and causes lightning that flashes into the clouds. He also observes that there are many objects that catch fire. Okay, there are many objects that catch fire while others do not. Okay, that catch fires and others do not. Or also this heat burned things and destroyed their identity. If you look that before fire, or before getting fire, or before catching fire, they have a different shape, and after catching the fire, their shapes will be completely changed. These are all the observations that made by human beings. Also he observed that several tiny plants and beautiful grass appear on the surface of dry land. These are all the observations of human beings, and all these things are occurring naturally. These are the things that are occurring naturally. And why is that so? This is the observations. Next, what he observed about different things that matter. Some matters appears to be solid. Just suppose if you look, this is the solid form of matter. Some appears to be liquid. This is the liquid form of matter. And some matter appears to be gas. Okay, these are the observations. Similarly, if you look into the universe, what he sees are different types of planets that are revolving around the sun in a specific orbit. Okay, there are different planets that are revolving around the sun in the universe. Similarly, there are many tiny stars, there are many things that are present in our galaxy. So these are all the observations, these are all the observations that made by humans. Okay, so these and many other observations basically raise several questions in his mind. These types of observation basically raise several questions in his mind. Just suppose he asked where, he asked where and how clouds are formed. Where and how clouds are formed. He also raises so many questions regarding how light flashes into the clouds, why some objects catch fire and others do not, what is the nature of the heat, how the heat is produced, what about this phenomena, how plants grow into the soil. Similarly, what are the principle, why some matters appear to be solid, why some appear to be liquid, why some appear to be gases. So many things, there are such and many other questions that excite him to find out the answers of these questions. So basically, physics is a branch of science which helps him to get the answers of his queries, means so many questions that he raises after so many observations. For that, there is a separate branch of physics that help him to answer all of his queries. Okay, so basically, what is the aim of physics? The aim of physics is to study nature at its most fundamental level. Nature at its most fundamental level means in physics we will study about the things that occurred naturally, or the nature of the things. Okay, at its most fundamental level means at its basic level. Okay, so what we will do through physics, we will discover and apply the general laws that govern, number one, force and motions. Okay, we will discover and apply the laws that will govern force and motion. One minute. Force and motion, as well as matter and energy, space and time. So all these things, basically they are natural things. So in the physics, what you will learn, basically the physics help you to study about nature, study about the universe. Okay, okay, one question here. One minute. Abdullah Mehboob, is this the time to write the ask the question? How are you? I'm good, Abdullah. Although, okay, the next is the definition of physics. Okay, what I told you till now, I told you in physics you will study the universe. Okay, but what will you study in universe? Okay, what you will in universe, you have so many things. So in physics, what you will study regarding universe? Number one, the definition of physics is, it is a science. It is a science which deals with the interaction. Number one term is interaction of matter and energy. Interaction of matter and energy. Now look at here. Interaction of matter and energy. Here you have two things, matter and energy. You know what is matter? Anything which occupies space and have some mass, that will be a matter. And what is energy? It is the ability to do work. Okay, so the interaction, or you can say the relationship between matter and energy. Now I'm going to explain it through some examples. Now, like, listen to me very carefully. Just suppose if you have food. Okay, what you will do, you will eat different type of food. Okay, food, what is food? Food is a form of matter. Okay, what is food? Food is a form of matter. So what you will do when you take food, it will gives you energy. Okay, so food is matter. When you will take food or give food to another one, so what it will give you? It will give you energy. So there is a relation between matter and energy. Similarly, if you look around yourself, different types of vehicles are running on the roads, buses, motorcycles, cars. So how they are moving? How they are moving? Because of the petrol. Cars are moving because of the petrol. So what is petrol? Petrol is a matter. Okay, petrol that is used in the car is a matter. And which form of matter? Liquid form of matter. But again, what it will give you? It will give you energy to run your car. So there is a relation between matter and energy. Similarly, if you look into your universe, so all the things in your universe, all the things are made up of only two things. Number one is matter, and number two is energy. In your universe, things are of only two types. Either the things are matter or they are energy. Just suppose, what are matter? Everything, solid, liquid, gas, all the things are matter. All these things are matter. Similarly, what are the things that are considered as the energy? Just suppose you have sound. Sound is a form of energy. Light, everything, sound, light, these are the things which are the form of energy. So in universe there are two types of thing only, either they are matter or they are energy. So in physics, what you will learn? You will learn about matter and energy and their relation. Okay, and their relation, or you can say the interaction of matter and energy. Now tell me, is that clear to you? Is it clear, the definition of physics? Okay. Next, what we are going to read next? Next is the branches of physics. So basically, the physics have divided the subject of physics into various branches. Okay, the subject has been divided into various branches, and each branch has acquired a title of a full subject nowadays. Okay, you have so many branches of physics, but here we are going to discuss only few of them, or you can say the most important branches of physics we are going to discuss here. Okay, so the number one branch of physics is mechanics, and the most important one is mechanics. What is the mechanics? So what is the branch of what does it mean by mechanics? So basically, it is a branch that deals with the motion of objects with or without reference of force. So first of all, you should know what does this word motion mean. Motion means movement. If you look around yourself, something, everything is moving. Just suppose air is moving, or you can say birds are flying, cars are moving, some things are moving, some are not. Some are moving by force, and the things which cannot move, obviously they do not need there is no force for them. So basically, motions means to move from one place to another. So in mechanics, you will learn the motion of objects, means how objects are moving. If car is moving, so how it is moving? Because of the force. Okay, car is moving because of the force applied on that car. Similarly, everything that is moving on this planet due to the force, and the things which are not moving, it is due to the absence of force. Means if you have force, the things will move. If you will not apply force, the objects will not move. So in mechanics, you will learn all the laws, principles, and observations regarding the motion of objects, and with or without the reference of force. Means why the objects are moving due to force, and why they are not moving without force. So all the questions and all the queries you will learn under the one branch of physics, that is mechanics. Okay, so motions of objects with or without reference of force. Next is electricity, and as the name indicates, it will obviously very clear to you. Electricity, what is electricity? The movement of electric charges. Okay, what is electricity? Electricity is a thing which is produced by the movement of electric charges. Now electric charges, what are electric charges? You have electrons and protons and neutrons, but electricity is produced by the movement of electrons. So what is the branch of electricity? It is concerned with the phenomena that things which occur naturally, and effects related to electric charges. Electric charges means electrons, protons, and neutrons, but here you will mostly focus on electrons, because electricity is produced by the movement of electrons. So how electrons, what are the rules and regulations regarding, what are the rules and regulations that on which these electrons follow to generate or to produce electricity. So regarding electric charges, or basically electrons and the generation of electricity, you will learn in the branch of physics that is called electricity. So electricity is a branch of physics. Okay, next is electromagnetism. Okay, electromagnetism, as the name indicate, what magnetism means, it is a force. You will create magnetism, and electromagnetism by the help of electricity or by the help of electrons. As the name indicates, magnetism that is created by the flow of electrons, or you can say simply by electricity. So that is called electromagnetism. Basically, electromagnetism is a process, or it is a phenomena. Okay, so what happened if you If you remember, you have learned about electromagnet. What is electromagnet? If you round a piece of wire around a magnet or around an iron, anything, and upon passing electricity, that piece of iron will be converted into the magnet, means electric field. Just like if you look here, here you have the magnetic field all around this. So this is called electromagnetism, means magnetism that is generated by the use of electrons. Okay, magnetism that is generated by the use of electrons. So in electromagnetism, what you will learn, it deals with observations. Observations means the thing which you observe. Principles means usul, okay, laws yani कि कानून, and methods that relate electricity and magnetism, means what is the relationship between electricity and magnetism, what are the method, laws, principles, and observations related to electricity and magnetism. So all these things you will learn under the heading of electromagnetism. Okay, so in electromagnetism, how electricity, how magnetic field is created by the use of electricity, what are the principal laws and methods regarding this, you will learn this in the branch of physics that is called electromagnetism. Next is solid state physics. Okay, solid state physics, a very easy branch. It is concerned with the structure, you know how it is made up of, what type of things are present in that particular element or in that particular matter, and properties of solid materials. You know, you have three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. So you will study only solid. Okay, if you want to study solid, so what you will learn in solid about the structure of solid, every kind of solid. Okay, only the solid. So basically in solid state physics, it is only concerned with the structure and properties of solid materials. Okay, it is only concerned with the structure and properties of solid materials only. No liquid, no gas. Okay, how solid is made, or how what are the things that are present in the solid, what are the properties of solid, what are the laws, what are the principles, everything you will learn in the different branch of physics that is called solid state physics. Next is atomic physics. Atomic physics, as the name indicates, it is very simple and very easy to understand that it is concerned with the structure. Again, it is concerned with the structure and the properties of the atom. You know what is atom? It is the smallest particle that can exist, or you can say it is the smallest particle of matter. And atom is made up of what type of things that are present inside the atom, like you have nucleus, you have electrons, protons, and neutrons as well. As so structure of the atom as well as properties of the atom, means if you want to study about the atom, okay, so what you will do, there is a separate branch of physics in which you will only study about atom of any matter. Okay, so it will studied under the heading atomic physics, or under the branch of physics that is called atomic physics. Okay, next is nuclear physics, and you know, as the name indicates, nuclear physics means here you will study only about the nucleus. Okay, what is nucleus? It is present inside the atom. Every atom has a nucleus inside it, just like the cell. Okay, or it is called as the control center. Okay, so inside the atom you have a nucleus. Just suppose here you can see this is the structure of the atom, and here you have the nucleus. So in nuclear physics, what we will study, this branch is concerned with, okay, the structure. Number one is structure. You know how atom, what type of things are involved for the making of nucleus, the properties of nucleus, and as well as the reactions of the nuclei of atoms, means atoms, inside the atoms you have nucleus. So what are the structure, properties, and reactions that are present inside the nucleus. So all these things you will study it under the branch of physics that is called nuclear physics. Means you have two things. What number one is atomic physics and second one is the nuclear physics. In atomic physics you will study about the atom, okay, the whole atom, every kind of atom, whether it is a matter atom, whether it is a solid state matter atom or liquid state atom or gas state atom. You will just study about every kind of atom in atomic physics. Similarly, if you want to study the nucleus, so it will studied under the branch of physics called as nuclear physics. Next is plasma physics. Okay, plasma physics. I think this is very new to you. Okay, let's check it out. What is it? It is concerned with the properties of highly ionized atoms forming a mixture of bare nuclei. Bare nuclei means nuclei without electrons and electrons. Okay, now, first of all, if you look very carefully, you have any atom. Okay, if you have any atom, so you know around the atom, or you can say inside the atom, you have nucleus, and around the nucleus, electrons are continuously revolving, and electrons carry negative charge. Okay, is that clear? What is the structure of atom? In structure of atom, you have a nucleus on which you have protons and neutrons. Inside the nucleus you have proton and neutrons, and outside the nucleus there are electrons that are continuously revolving around the nucleus. Okay, now you can see here nucleus without electrons and with electrons. Now what does it mean? If you look here, what happened during the chemical reaction, what happens, how chemical reactions occur, how atoms and molecules combine with each other. What happens sometimes due for the combination of atoms, electrons will remove from the atom, okay, that carries the negative charge. Electrons will remove from the atom to make another atom, come to make the another atom to complete their octet. So if any electron is removed from the atom, so what will happen, the atom will get positive charge on it. Okay, the atom, जो भी atom होगा जिसमें से electron निकल जाएगा, that atom will get positive charge on it. It means कि electron यहाँ से remove हो गया. So that type of atom is called highly ionized. Ionized mean you have two ions, positive or negative ions. So अगर electron removed हो गया है, so it means it will get a positive charge. और अगर जिसमें आके electrons add होगा, so it will give the negative charge to that atom. Okay, so it means they are ionized atom, means if they have positive charge it means electrons has been removed. If they have negative charge it means electrons उस particular atom में आके add हुआ है. Okay, so it is concerned with the properties of highly ionized atom, means is type के atom where you have positive and negative charge on the atoms. So you will study all these phenomena, all these things under the heading of plasma physics. Means nucleus without atom, means without electrons, means electron remove हो गया and electrons, और अगर electrons आकर add हो गए. So ये all these process or all these phenomena you will learn under the branch of physics that is called plasma physics. Next is biophysics, and biophysics is very important. It is concerned with the applications of physical methods. Okay, physical methods and explanation to biophysical systems and structures. Now look at here, we are living beings, we are human beings. Okay, so living things are considered as bio, means we belong from the branch of physics that is biology. But if we want to treat ourselves, अगर हमें अपने treatment की ज़रूरत है, so what we will do, we will go to the hospitals. There are so many machines around there, x-ray machines and different types of machines around there. So all these machines were created by the help of physics. But it is very important. Why? Because these machines or these applications of physical methods and explanations is used to create these types of machines which will apply or which can be used by the human beings, which can be used by the living thing. So all the machines that we are using around ourselves that are related to us, okay, that are related to us, so all these things we will under studied under biophysics. So in is biophysics, what we will do, we will use different types of physical methods and explanations so that we can create different types of machines to in order to treat ourselves. Okay. The last is astrophysics, and as the name indicate, it is concerned with the study of the physics of astronomical bodies, means the things which are present in the space. Astronomy means the study of the space. So if you want to study our space, so what you will do, you will obviously go into the branch of physics that is called astrophysics. So these are the branches of physics. Next is, we will quickly go through the importance of physics in our daily life. Why physics is so much important for us. Look class, in our daily life, we use many things as a routine, but we will obviously do not think how these things are made. If you look, we use so many electric appliances like electric bulb, refrigerator, fans, air conditioner, juicer, so many things that we are using. All these electric appliances, how they are made. If basically these all electric appliances use electric power, and you know, if you want to study electricity and you want to study the phenomena of electricity, what you will do, it will be due to the physics. That's why physics is very important. Next, if you look very carefully around yourself, we use buses, cars, railway, aeroplanes, etc, everything. So all these things are run by the engines. Okay, all the vehicles run by engines. So basically, engines of these vehicles are manufactured on the principles of thermodynamics, means the relationship of energy with different forms. Okay, relationship of energy with heat. Okay, relationship of therm means heat. So the relationship of energy with heat. So all these things is very important because all the engines that are present around us, it is due to the physics. Next is, you have solid state physics. If you look, you are using, again, you have so many appliances like television, computer, television screen, everything. You have phones, everything. Again, all these electronic devices is due to the solid state physics. Next is, laser technology has its roots in atomic physics. Okay, if you are going to study atomic physics, so what will, why laser technology? And you know what is laser technology? The use of light. Laser means the use of light to create so many technology. So it is again due to the atomic physics, another branch of science. And the last is, the production of nuclear energy is the area of nuclear physics. Okay, if you look, many countries, including Pakistan, utilize nuclear energy to produce electric power. So production of nuclear energy, okay, production of nuclear energy, we use nuclear energy to produce power. So production of nuclear energy, again, it is the area of nuclear physics. So all these things that are very important in our life, that all these things are due to physics. So we can see that in every walk of life, physics involved in one way or in the other way. Thus, physics is playing a vital role in framing our lifestyle and influencing our way of thinking. So that's the end of the today lecture. If you want to ask any questions, please you can ask it. Please you can write it down in the chat box. Until then, I'm going to mark your attendance. I'm going to take your attendance. So please do not go anywhere. Okay, students. So if you want to ask any question, please you can ask. Phenomena means the things which occurs naturally. Phenomena, the things which occur naturally, and you know, in physics we will study the things which are present naturally. Okay, Abdul Rahman, nuclear physics means, inside nuclear physics you will study about the nucleus. Okay, in nuclear physics what you will study about the nucleus that is present inside the inside the nucleus. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. You are asking about nuclear physics and solid state physics, right? If you look here, solid state physics. So in solid state physics, what you will study about the structure and properties of solid materials only. You have three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. But in solid state physics, you will study about only the solid things. Okay, only about solid materials, not about the liquid and another sort of materials. Okay, biophysics means, in biophysics means thermodynamics means, thermo means heat. Okay, therm means heat. So the relationship, basically thermodynamics is a branch of physics. Okay, it is a separate branch of physics. Thermodynamics is a separate branch of physics in which you will learn about the interaction of heat with other forms of energy. So how heat produces different forms of energy, how heat will convert into another form of energy, into chemical energy, into mechanical energy. So this is thermodynamics, basically a branch of physics. Biophysics, okay, biophysics. In biophysics, you will study about the methods that are used to create different types of machines that are related to human beings. Okay, you will create different types of machines that are related to human beings. Okay, students, the time is running out, so that's the end of today's lecture. If you want to ask anything, I have another class of physics in the next week, so you can ask all the questions there. Okay, I will give you so many time, I will ask you so many questions in the next class. So please stay tuned with me, please do not go anywhere. I will answer your further